Imagine you are lying on a meadow and you are looking in the sky on a sunny afternoon. Lost in thought, you observe the clouds as they pass the sky, sometimes big, sometimes small ones. They just drift. And sometimes it seems like one of those clouds is smiling at you, like it wants to say, "Come with us, come take part on the journey." Surely you would like to move yourself lightly across the sky. How beautiful the idea of doing the same movements like the cloud would be in your imagination. And out of nowhere, one of these clouds changes into another form. It becomes flatter, flatter, and even flatter, and it gets solid structures, tissue structures. On the sides, you can see fringes that hang down a bit, and then you realize that out of this cloud, a flying carpet has developed. And this flying carpet is sinking slowly in circular swinging movements to you down to the meadow right now. And it invites you to join traveling. And even if you have probably had no experience with flying rugs before, you know exactly what to do. You start sitting down in the middle of the flying carpet. With your hands, you can feel the texture of the carpet. You feel this fine woven fabric, and at the same time, you know that it is so stable to safely carry you. There are smaller and larger, deliberately woven knobs in several places of the rug that serve to hold you. Moreover, you sink even a little bit deeper into the carpet by touching the carpet at a specific spot, so that slipping or even falling down is simply not possible. On your whole journey, you can enjoy the consciousness of absolute safety on this magic carpet. And you give the carpet permission to start now. With gentle twists, the carpet swings up, and it has reached the level of the other clouds soon. And with your flying carpet, you may now travel across the land as well as the clouds that you have just admired and envied. You enjoy the feeling of light wind in your hair. Everything feels so light and free, easy, free, and still safe. The carpet flies higher and higher, and soon you can perceive the cities and landscapes below you, which look like small vague outlines. You seem to be so high in the sky already. There is still a pleasant climate for you, not too warm, not too cold, and the gentle wind of freedom strokes your face. Higher and higher, farther and farther, and you can only guess from such a high altitude how many cities and perhaps also countries you have already crossed. You have no idea where you might be right now, and it's not important because you trust the carpet that guides you to this new path. By having a specific destination in mind, the carpet slowly leaves this extraordinary height and gently slides down so that structures of landscapes, cities, and villages are visible again. You are curious where the carpet will stop. You fly over beautiful green forests, and you could imagine that in one of these forests something beautiful is waiting for you. You fly over magnificent cities with ornate buildings. You pass castles, and the idea of leading you to treasures come up to your mind. You will fly past old abandoned walls, and here you have the idea maybe to come across old secrets. But your carpet will not stop at any of these places. The fertile forests and glittering cities can only be seen from afar. The country presents itself as a barren drought in which hardly anything can thrive. The feeling of not wanting to land here creeps over you. You are asking yourself whether there are things waiting for you in this emptiness, filled with nothing except yawning. The soil is gradually becoming more sandy and looks completely barren now. And here is the spot where the carpet is stopping, and it guides you that you dismount to continue on your way now. You leave the carpet and you feel the sand under your feet, which actually feels quite comfortable. Nevertheless, you have no idea what you could expect here. A few stones are lying on the whole ground. It is a sparse area with not even overgrown stones with moss. You are asking yourself what you will be looking for over here. The carpet is waiting for you from an appropriate distance, and it does not give you any further information. You walk a little further and you recognize something like it's a voice which is speaking to you. This voice does not sound loud, but it feels a bit like a hunch in you. It is like you were speaking to yourself and you could clearly hear the words. Go to the 3 hills. Actually, you did not see any mountains here, but if you take a closer look around, you will realize that it probably means 3 small sand hills, and you start walking towards those 3 hills. All 3 hills look similar, and there it is again, the voice that speaks to you. 1, 2, 3, we are all for thee. 3, 2, 1, stop and don't go on. 1, 2, 3, we are all for thee. 3, 2, 1, take one or just take none. You are undecided. There are 3 hills. Obviously, one of them holds a secret for you, but it's only one. And obviously, you cannot try all of them, so you have to find out which one is your hill. So now, go deep into your heart and consider what questions you are most busy with at the moment. And the answer to that question will be in one of the hills. And 1, 2, 3, the magic comes with thee. And you go deep into your feeling and start looking for your most urgent desire. It is not a wish that the head leads you to. It is more of a longing from the bottom of your heart. No wish which springs from the ego. No wish which is somewhere on the top 10 list of your most important wishes, but your most important heart's desire. And when you have reached the very bottom of your heart, you will find that 2 of the 3 piles of sand are simply flattening, but one of them will grow higher until something golden dries from below through the top of the sand mound. And while the sand hill stops growing, it flashes at the top of its hill. You already know what it is because you remember it from many legends and fairy tales. It is a magic lamp. You can take it down from the hill and hold it very carefully in your hands and touch it gently with your fingers. How smooth and supple it feels, and still ancient at the same time. But time could not blunt or turn this material into a pale one. It shines in a bright and shiny smooth golden color. It is almost as if this lamp is surrounded by a light, and you know it from all those old stories that carry much more truth with itself than you might dare to believe. And you know you can rub the lamp now. While rubbing the lamp, a ghost appears, and it does not matter in what form this ghost presents itself to you, whether it is a good fairy who appears to you, or if it looks like a djinn from the fairy tales or films you have already seen, or whether it is a creature with an own nature and with a configuration that you did not see anywhere before. Maybe you can combine the appearance of this figure with a melody or a smell. Observe exactly what is happening and what you can perceive when this ghost appears to serve you. This creature has appeared today to answer a question related to a desire, including the question of satisfiability. And so you can immediately ask the ghost the most important question that is bothering you at this moment. The answer can represent itself in many varied ways, but before you ask the question, please start paying attention to the rules of the game. The question should not lead to overgrip or penetrate the energy field of someone else. The secrets of another one is none of your business, unless they are directly linked to you and your destiny. So respect the privacy of others. And if you ask a question about your future, then keep in mind that the response you will receive is not an essential given result. It is the visible result of the time what you have accomplished with your actions and your attitude so far. This means that you can change your future by changing your behavior and your consciousness at any time. However, you can use the question to align your path, and then you will find out that the mind reflects the answer that your heart already knew for a long time. It helps you to transform that answer into a visible form. Perhaps it will represent itself in the form of a gift that you receive, or in form of a message that you can hear or see, or it simply represents itself in the form of a sudden sure knowledge of the situation that you have asked for. And if you have understood the rules of the game, then you are able to formulate your question now, either with words or with a feeling that you send out, and you will see that the answer will show itself to you. If you do not receive an answer, reconsider your question once again and check whether you have complied with the rules of the game. No overridingness, only things that concern you, a reconciliation of your path that you have already taken. Of course, this can also be the request for help for your next step. Then ask again. And if an answer presents itself to you right now, show gratitude to the ghost that disappears immediately within the magic lamp. You will put the magic lamp back on the sandhill before it starts sinking into the hill. And the high hill transforms itself into 3 equal hills. And these hills serve to ensure that the next one who will come to this place must feel clearly about the wish or the heart's desire and a goal at first. So the force of several choices all pass into only one opportunity to unfold a miracle. You say goodbye to this miraculous place full of gratitude and return to the carpet that has been waiting loyally and obediently for you. And it guides you over the cities and the mountains, valleys and forests. It carries you across many countries back into the familiar sea of clouds. It stops at the meadow where you started your journey until you gently come to a seat again. You say thank you to your carpet, which returns upwards within the sky, and it changes its form like the one before. And you only see a lot of clouds moving along in the sky. Still, one or another smiles at you, and that makes you realize how real and true your experience was, and that there really has been this magic lamp. And whenever you want to, you can return to it when a question is keeping you awake, or you do not know the next step to take within your life. You can stay a little bit on the meadow, or you just gradually return to your everyday life by bearing in mind that you have the opportunity to easily escape on a cloud again.